I ask a question?
Absolutely. Let me turn the
Okay.
volume.
So I'm brand spanking new, and I am a Prove It promoter. So like things work a little bit differently there from what I'm seeing from posts from It Works. Like, so let's say I posted, oh my God, I'm taking these amazing apple cider vinegar things. No worries about the disgusting taste, blah, blah, blah. Would you put on a swipe up your link, or would you tell somebody to DM you?
So I prefer not to do my link. I actually like that they don't allow us to use our links on social. So we can't use our links anywhere on social because I can't use them anywhere. There's
I
no
did
social.
not know that. So thank God I'm on here because I would have been
Yes.
the first one to link that. So
Yeah, and it's not that we don't let you do it. Facebook, Instagram doesn't allow you to. It won't let you make the post.
oh.
It flags you as spam. So you would have found that out when you tried to do it. So there's a couple ways around that. One is you can make images with your link on it and post those images. I don't ever do that though. And the reason is I like having people have to ask me. I like to create curiosity and then they have to ask me and then they're in my spider web. I used to sell essential oils. I come from the essential oil world. And I used to throw my link around like confetti, but then I never know who saw it, who to follow up with. So this way I know if Tracy asks for info on the gummies, I can't send my link through Messenger or Instagram, so I have to get her phone number. So then I've got her saved in my phone, and it makes my follow-ups easier and better. So that's how I like to do it. There is, Danielle, I don't know if I've seen on your Instagram, but we are really big here on the influencer applications, the product tester applications, and using Milkshake to house it all. If you go to my Instagram, it's in my bio. And so what everybody does is just copies each other's and makes it a little bit like themselves. But I mean, my Milkshake link. So this is typically what I'm sending to people now, unless I'm connecting directly with them and getting their phone number. But if I have a potential that's interested or on TikTok, I mean, that's my little Milkshake link. And it's like, I mean, it's super pretty. And then there's a video at the bottom. And then if you swipe over, there's all my links.
Okay,
And
so I have a linked tree in my Instagram bio.
So we were using Linktree before. This is just prettier. It's more like a blog feel than a Linktree, but same concept. So if you go to mine, you can see my product tester and my influencer application. And the influencer application, you literally make it on like Google Forms and people fill it out. And so when they fill that out, or the product tester, let's say the product tester, when they do that, they're telling me if they're looking for anti-aging skincare, if they want to lose weight, if they want to lower stress. They tell me what they're looking for. If it's losing weight, they tell me what their goal is, and I give them like categories. And then one of the things I have is telling me what's holding you back. Is it time? Is it money? Is it motivation? So then with the influencer application, same thing. Where do you live? Are you over 18? Tell me a little bit about yourself and give me your phone number. So by the time someone gets that to me and fills it out, if they're looking for an extra income, I know if they're a mom of 3 at home with the kids and they got let go because of COVID. So I know what to say to them. So those are the big things that we promote with our team to do: influence applications, product tester, and then use your get their phone number. So in stories, what I would do is like a poll, something interactive in the stories, and get people to interact with you, and then you message them.
Okay.
Is that that's very different than how Prove It promotes?
Yeah, like with Prove It, we have like something called a campfire video, and it like will explain, because Prove It's basically one product. It's just ketones. So
Right.
there's like a campfire video that explains what ketones are, what they're going to do for you. So if you link something, you can just kind of, and if someone's interested, they kind of click on that, and it's more like information on ketones to kind of really pique their interest, but it's your page. So if they are inclined to order, they're going to order right from that page.
Gotcha. So I know we used to have the startketotoday.com websites. So like my website is healthyhustlers.itworks.com. So it would be healthyhustlers.startketotoday.com. So look and see if that's still live. That breaks down what keto is, what the keto products are, and it's your own link like that where they can order directly from there. So it's your website name .startketotoday.com. I don't know if they're still active, but they were last year.
Okay.
And then I created, oh, you're not really on Facebook Messenger. I'm going to text you this.
Facebook. I find it just to be the most negative, horrendous place in the
is.
entire world that I avoid it like the plague. So
I totally get that. Totally get it. No, so I'm going to send you the website that we created. That's not it. So
I see Monica is laughing at me. She's probably like, yes, it's so nasty. It's such a nasty place. It's like
it really is.
I keep forgetting.
Okay, so I just sent you the website. So we created this for anyone to use to recruit, and it doesn't have any links to anybody. So there's no way, I didn't put anybody's last names on the team that I highlighted. I didn't put any clickable links. I don't even know if I said my last name. So it's legit a recruiting site with the powerful video and all the things. And so I made that for everyone to be able to use for recruiting.
okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
everybody.
You sent that to me.
You're welcome. I just texted to you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, little man. Yeah, Facebook, everyone's saying the same thing. That's so funny. There's actually a TikTok that I'm going to do in the next week. That's like, oh no, something about those moms that are judgy on Facebook. TikTok moms. It's so true. Okay, so that was a great question. Anyone else want to go? Anyone have a question, something you don't understand, something you need help with? If you're new and not sure of something. Maybe, maybe not. No, okay, that's fine. If anything comes up while we're talking, I'm gonna mute. Some people are not muted. Okay, all right, so I wanna talk a little bit about that scripture that I sent today I'm finding it. Probably could just go to my photos, right? In our group chat. So one of the things that I know happens to the best of us is we get tired. If you're a new person, this doesn't really apply to you. But if you're someone who maybe has been here a while, or you're running for a rank, or you're running for your next rank, it's easy to get tired. It's easy to get frustrated, even when you're new and just starting, if you're not moving as fast as you would like to move, or you're not getting customers as fast as you would like to get customers. Your business is not growing as fast as you would like it to grow. It's easy to get discouraged and be like, I'm going to give up. This isn't for me. This isn't working. I hear that all the time. This isn't working. Maybe I made a mistake. And so I saw this scripture actually in this book that I found at the grocery store. It's called What the Bible Says About Dealing with Difficult People. No, I did not buy this because of you guys. I have a very difficult ex-husband who has been a thorn in my side this week. And we saw this when we got to Jekyll's Island 2 nights ago and had to buy it. And I'm almost done with it. It's that good. And it's all about scripture and how God tells you to deal with different people, different personalities, all the things. And so one of the scriptures in there said, let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And I read that and I instantly thought of all of you guys. And I thought of the team. And I thought of the new person getting started that's spinning their wheels and maybe frustrated. Or the person that's running for diamond and you're like, feel like you're chasing a carrot on a string just to get to your next rank. And so I want you guys to see the value in not giving up and sticking this out. And I know we talk about this often, but how this is truly something that takes a good 2 to 5 years to really even get your business going and where you want it to be. And I know that there's people that come out the gate just swinging. I mean, the Wilkins were breaking records in 60 days. Mike went ambassador in 10 months. Like, I think the Wilkins went presidential in 60 days. Like, so it's hard when you see people running like that to not compare your journey to theirs. And I often am at the point where I get discouraged and where my business is at. And I'm like, I should be presidential already. I should be this in our second position, because that's the one that I like hold like my baby. And so I get caught up in that. And then Mike has to remind me, Brandy, we've only been here 2 years. And I'm like, yeah, but 2 years, like 2 years, I should be ambassador already, right? We should be double ambassadors. And Mike's like, you have to look at all the girls that you compare yourselves to, and they've been here 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. And so I want this to be a reminder to everyone who is either stuck in that diamond lull that we talk about, or that just joined and you're trying to find your groove. Keep moving, keep going. And if it takes you 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, but if it takes you, let's say it takes you 5 years to be financially free and quit your job, imagine where you would be if you didn't build this business. Where would you be in 5 years? Monica was on medical leave for several months when she joined this because of a foot injury, and she just had to go back to work. And that girl does not want to be at work every day after being home all that time. Look at her shaking her head. So, if she stays diligent to this, if she doesn't build a side business, she's definitely not quitting her job in the next 5 years. But if she stays true to this and one foot in front of the other and builds her business and pushes through the suck and the hard times, guess what? She could be in a position in a year. I'm just saying 5 to be very realistic. But Mike and I talked to her a couple weeks ago, and we're like, literally in a year, you could be in a position to quit your job. But what if it took you 5? So what? You wouldn't be in that position if you weren't building your side business. So I want you guys all to look at it like that. If you are new and you didn't earn your shopping spree, guess what? I didn't earn it in our second position. I bet you, I'd have to go back and look, but I bet you we didn't earn it in our first position because he doesn't pay attention to stuff like that. And he doesn't get customers. And I wasn't paying attention. I didn't pay attention to this business until we were already triple. So I bet you our ambassador position, I'd have to look, but I would be shocked if we got the shopping spree and I didn't get it in my position. So that's okay. And look, we have an ambassador position and a triple diamond position. What if we would have given up? What if I would have given up in my second position? And you guys know, I've shared this with some of you. I hit diamond 90 days after I went to conference. We were triple in our main position. I went diamond. I decided to focus, really focus, and not just throw a post up once a week on Facebook and maybe talk to 2 people and then say that I've done the work, because let's be real with ourselves, that's not really doing the work. I went diamond in 90 days, and then my ruby quit and my diamond fell apart, and I didn't requalify diamond for like 8 months in our second position. But I kept going, and I kept talking about it, and I kept using the products, and I kept staying true. And I went to conference, not 2020s, 2019. The 2020 was virtual. It was like it didn't even count. I went to conference 2019. I had not requalified diamond in like 8 months. I requalified diamond the night of conference. You know why? Because I chose not to go to the party, the Friday night block party, and I sat in the hotel lobby with people on the team, and we hit the phones, and my girl Cheryl got ruby for the first time. I requalified diamond. I went double, I think, the next month, and then triple like 2 months later. So I could have given up when I lost my diamond, or I could have said to Mike, you know what, let's focus on your position. I'm not going to do this. It's not working. But I didn't, and I stuck it out. And now people have seen me do this consistently for over 2 years. They trust what I say about the products. They trust that the opportunity works because they've seen it work for me. So you have to keep talking, keep doing all the things, keep making posts. If you post once or twice a week, that's not consistent. That's not doing all the things. So you need to consistently post daily, whether it's in your stories or it's TikToks. Guys, if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok. You guys know that I hid from TikTok for like 9 months. Some of these girls were recruiting 100 distributors a month on TikTok, and I was stubborn, like, nope, not doing it. Don't like it, not doing it. And I got over myself, and it was a big comfort. It's still, I enjoy TikTok, but I still don't like doing the videos. I'm awkward. I'm weird on video, unless I'm like talking on a live. I'm not funny. I don't dance. Like, you guys have heard me say that. My TikToks are not like me. I'm going to be me. And that's, so it's growing a little slower than I wanted to. But I've got almost 14,000 people on there. You know why? Because I've worked it every day, making sure I'm following people, making sure I'm connecting with people, making sure I'm getting my videos up. So if you're not on TikTok, you need to get on TikTok if you're serious about your business. But my point tonight is, no matter what stage you're in your business, look at this. You guys have heard me say this, like a marathon, not a sprint. You're in this for the long term. And along the way, if you're showing up on the trainings, if you're reading the books that we recommend, if you're doing all the things that you see us doing and we're recommending that you do, you will grow so much in that process that the money is just a side effect, because you're a whole different person. We just left Ohio and we just had our team get together in Ohio, and it was great to be able to hug on people and see people in person. But the best part was to be able to hear everybody's stories and to listen to, I mean, I've heard all your stories before, but to hear you say them in person, and I made everyone share their why they joined, you know, what they want out of this. And it helps you remember that. But then everybody was like, oh my gosh, your story is so good. Oh my gosh. Bianca was talking about, she put herself through nursing school while she was building this business. A single mom, 2 kids, put herself through nursing school. And then do you know what her days are like right now? When I tell you what her days are like, I'm going to tell you right now, the next time you feel like you don't have time, you better smack yourself in the face when you hear what this woman's days are like. Because if she can find the time, anyone can find the time. Bianca is a night nurse. She is a night shift nurse, single mom of 2 toddlers, and one of them is autistic. Okay. So she goes to work not every night, but I think she works probably a good 5 nights a week, maybe 6, 5-ish nights a week. We'll say 5. She is a night nurse 5 nights a week. So she has someone come stay with her children 5 nights a week. She gets off work in the morning. She hasn't slept all day, all night, gets off work. She picks her kids up, she goes home. She has breakfast with her kids. Okay, she hasn't slept yet. She drives her kids to daycare. She drops her 2 little ones off at daycare so she can sleep all day because she didn't sleep all night. She wakes up, she drives to daycare, she picks up her kids, she comes home and does dinner with her kids, puts them to bed, and leaves and goes to work. That is her cycle, 5 days a week. Can you imagine that? If she can find the time to work this business and she's consistent on Facebook, any one of you can find the time to be consistent and work the business. And one of her whys, one of her goals, her daughter on the nights, every night when she picks her daughter up from daycare, her daughter says, Mommy, do you have to work tonight? And when she says, no, I don't have to work tonight, her little girl says, and she's like 2, says, yay, you get to stay with me all night. I mean, if that doesn't break your heart. And she said her goal is to be able to stay with her daughter every night and not have to go rely on nursing. So you need to identify your why. You need to identify your reasons, why you're doing this, what you want out of this. And then every time you get distracted, remember those. Because each one of you, I know each one of you that joined my team, I made you watch a video, a welcome video, and I made you answer questions, write down your why, tell me why you're doing this. You need to go pull those out and read those. Put them on your refrigerator. Put them in your phone and read them every day. If you're not doing your daily affirmations, you need to be doing that every single day. It helps you get your mind right. It helps you stay focused, helps you remember what you're doing. And they can be anything. You guys have heard me go over them before. I don't know where mine are over there, but mine are about business. They're about Mike and I's relationship. They're about kids. They're about my health. So Danielle, you read yours every day for sure. Perfect. That is great. You need that reminder every single day. Monica, Amy, a couple people on the team have said to us that they can tell when they don't do their affirmations, their mindset starts to slip. They get negative. And when they start getting back into that, it snaps them out of it. So your mindset is so important. I mean, we speak that all the time. And that's not just something I preach to you guys. I do that in my house with my kids in my relationship. Like, you're being negative right now. I'm protecting my positive space. Let's reconvene when you're not so negative. It's okay to set boundaries, even with your kids or your family, and keep your mindset right, because people can drag you down. This, you guys will all love this. This will make you all chuckle. So we were just in Ohio, right? And my daughter stayed a couple extra nights. She's now in Colorado. But one of my cousins, who I was super close with when I was younger, super close with, one of my cousins told my daughter last time she saw her that Mike and I are professional scammers for a living. That we told my daughter this, that we scam people for a living. Because that's how she views network marketing, as scam. But she punches a clock every day and is a nurse and works 12-hour shifts. But my life of freedom is so hard for her to wrap her head around. It's got to be a scam. We have to be doing something wrong. And so I'm running into that with my family. I guarantee you guys are going to run into that somewhere in your life too. Friends or families or distractions. And so you have to look at that and know, A, it's not a scam, but B, look at how many lives you're changing. Like, I didn't even say a word to my cousin. I just told my daughter, that's not true. And she's like, I know, and whatever. And, while we're staying on a beach in Georgia, having a blast with our money from our scam, she's sitting in Cleveland in the cold, drinking too much, working as a nurse. Who's got the scam going on in their life? You know what I mean? So I just want you guys to see that we all run into roadblocks. We all run into negativity. We all run into self-doubt. We all run into these things, but we can all overcome them and be better than that. And we have this group. You guys are all so amazing and so good at building each other up and supporting each other and helping each other and talking each other through things, that you have this group to rely on. So if you ever get discouraged or feel like something's off or you're upset or this isn't working, reach out to one of us. Reach out to someone on the team, someone on the sideline. Don't ever go down to your downline because you don't want to take anything negative downwards. But reach out to somebody and get a little kick in the pants. We'll give you a minute to cry about whatever you got to cry about, and then we'll kick you in the pants and get moving. All right, so I went off on a tangent. Bonnie, did you have a question? I think you said you had a question.
Yes, when having to change orders for LC, how do I do that? Like if they order something that doesn't set well with them and they want to order something else.
Are you talking about the one with you and Amy? We're going back and forth about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know there's a way for a customer to give you access to their account that sometimes can be like weird. So I just always ask the customer for their password, and I just log in as them and manipulate whatever they need me to do in their account, auto ships, changing products, whatever. The other thing you can do is if you have let's say you have a message where they're asking you to change something, you can screenshot it and email it to me, and I can just have customer service change it. And LC is a loyal customer. So I'll go really quickly over the 3 ways to become a customer. But Bonnie, does that help?
Kind of, yeah. And then the whole team thing, we'll have to talk about that, you and I personally, privately. So I know that it's a cool beans.
Okay. Yeah, just message me. As for your customer, either ask him for his password or send me a screenshot where he's asking you to change his order. Those are your two options. Those are the easiest two options. And then I can either have customer service do it, or if he gives you his password, I can walk you through how to change a customer's order. It's really easy. It's not hard. Okay, so the 3 ways to become a customer. One is become a retail customer. In 2.5 years, I mean, I've probably had 2 or 3 people become a retail customer. Retail customers are a one-time order and they pay full price. So like Slimming Gummies would be, I think, like $65. So that's why no one does it, because it's so expensive. Number 2 is they pay a $50 membership fee, no auto ship. It's a one-time order, but they're setting up their loyal customer account. So anytime they want to place an order, they get the 40% off. They just go in and order. The third way is if they sign up for a 3-month auto ship, then they waive the $50 membership fee. So that's the way, that's the main like loyal customer way. That's what most people do. If they do it that way, you're not locked in to like any product or order. So let's say you order 4 products, your customer orders 4 products, and next month they only want to go down to 1, they could do that. They want to swap it out, they could do whatever they want. If they order the sale we're having, let's say they order a pick 2 and they order keto coffee and chocolate creams. And next month they're like, okay, I want to try Slimming Gummies and collagen. If those are both part of the sale when they joined, they can just swap those out and they keep their sale price. So for loyal customers, if they do the auto ship, and I'm recording this so I can send this to you guys to go back to. After their 4th auto ship runs, they get free shipping on their consecutive auto ship orders. And then after that 4th auto ship runs, you get, they send free samples in the orders. So we've had people order a jar of celery and then they get like a wrap, a collagen, like a packet of collagen, packet of super reds. So it's really cool that they do that because they give them other products to try that they might not have ever ordered. And now they try them and they like them and now they're going to order those. You do get paid on all 3. So the 2 loyal customer ways, you get paid 15%. The retail customer, you do get paid 40%. So you make more money off them up front, but it's a one-time order. So if they do the 3 months, technically you get 45%, right? Because you get 15, 15, and 15 for the 3 months. So technically you make more off a loyal customer than retail. Retail's just, you're getting it up front. Is retail like the health store buyer? Yes. So retail just means you're not getting a discount. So it literally means whatever the higher price, yeah, you're just a one-time order. You don't have an account set up, so you can't come back and just reorder from your account. You would have to set up, you'd have to either be a retail customer again or sign up as an auto ship. You don't have anywhere to log into if you're a retail customer.
I think I did that on my own the first time. I think that's how I started. Like I just kind of put in Slimming Gummies because I saw somebody posted it on Instagram and I bought it for the first time just like that.
Okay.
Like, through nobody. Like I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did.
Wow.
Yeah. And I paid like a ridiculous amount. And then I found that I could be a distributor, and that's how I got assigned to Jared. Like,
that's awesome.
I didn't even have a person.
What happens when you join like that? So if you go to itworks.com and you sign up as a customer or a distributor, then what happens once you reach presidential, corporate takes those customers and distributors and they distribute them to leaders. So like this week, we got 2 loyal customers from corporate. So then what I do with those is I place them under my new people who are trying to earn their shopping sprees to help them out. And I just kind of alternate. So that's what happens with those leads. And same with the distributor. If you join randomly as a distributor or you join as a lead, you ask for information, they pair you with another presidential or above on the team, and then you become part of their organization. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It happens actually more than you would think. People just randomly, I've had my own customers just accidentally go to itworks.com and I've had to get that fixed. So that's what happens when you go to the main site. And yeah, and if you pay retail, you pay a lot more money. It doesn't make sense to do that. But some people, and I'm not calling you stubborn, Danielle, but some people are so stubborn. They're like, I'm not doing an auto ship. I'm not paying
Fire
membership
that. You,
fee.
you can go
They
with
would
it.
rather,
Yeah, I'm good with it.
yeah, see, they'd rather pay double the amount of money for a product than look at the auto ship. So that's when you typically get the retail customer. Amanda, that was me. See? So what I do, guys, here's a little trick of mine. So anyone who told you no to the auto ship, or they didn't want to pay the membership fee, let's say you had a couple leads and they said no for whatever reason. I don't want to do an auto ship. I don't want to commit to a membership fee. I don't want to do any of that. I'm going to pass. I write all their names down. And then at the end of the month, when we're trying to qualify, I go back to them and say, oh my gosh, I don't usually let people do this, but I will place an order for you through my back office one time. You don't have to become a customer. I'll place the order for you. So what you do is you go in and you order like you're ordering for yourself through your eSuite. Okay. And then when you get to the page that says ship to this address and it has your address, if you scroll down, you can put in a whole new set of info, somebody's name, email address, their address. Then when you get to the credit card page, you can add a new credit card and it doesn't save the card. So what I do that only at the end of the month because we need to fill volume, right? So I'd rather have them try a product. If I'm going to lose them, I'd rather do that and have them try a product and hope that they'll come back and order. And then we can move that volume where you need it in your organization, which I'll get into that. If anyone is in that situation and needs help moving volume, let me know. But that is a great way to get someone trying the products and fill in volume at the end of the month if you're struggling on volume. Yeah, I'll help you guys all with the move. I don't want to go too deep into that tonight because so they are getting your discount to see what it's about. Yes. So they're getting your discount. They're 40% off. However, what normally gets them to decide to become a customer is if there's a sale going, we don't usually have access to the sale as a distributor. So like I can't go in and order the pick 2, pick 3 unless I have a customer account set up, which I do. I have a customer account like in my grandma's name. And anytime I want to order the sale, I order under that account. But what I'll say to them is we can absolutely do this. I'll let you use my discount. I just want to let you know it's going to be the normal 40% off price, not the sale price, because I don't have access to the sale. That's only for you as a customer. And some people be like, oh, well then I'll just do the auto ship. It's fine. I'll just become a customer. Or they say, I don't care. That's fine. I don't want to do it. That's fine. And they'll place a one-time order with you if they're adamant not to do auto ship. A lot of people even put their hand up to the sale prices. See, I don't think our products are that expensive. I feel like when you look at other companies, you know, other companies have coffee they're selling for $100. Other companies, there's greens that are $60. So I feel like ours are middle of the road. They are affordable. And so what I typically do, Monty, is I get them to understand the breakdown of the cost. And so I'll go over this real quick because I've done this on trainings in the past. Yeah, the coffee is amazing. Our coffee is amazing. I'm so sad I can't drink it right now. Prove It is expensive. I remember we tried Prove It. Someone sent us samples. It's expensive. Okay. So greens are $39, right? The greens are $39. And yeah, that coffee gets you moving if you drink Skinny Brew, especially. So let's say they're 43. Let's say they're 45 after shipping, just did the normal shipping. So they're $45 divided by 30 days. So each greens packet is $1.50 a packet. Okay, so if someone's telling you the greens for $45, including shipping, is too expensive, you tell them it's $1.50 a serving, and each serving has 30 veggies and superfoods. And then you ask them, do you know anywhere you can buy 30 veggies for $1.50? Anywhere? Even at the local farm, I'm not getting 30 veggies for $1.50. So I break that down to people when they say that they can't, the products are too expensive, they can't afford it. I tell them that, well, actually you can, look at that. Look at the cost when you actually break it down. Celery is another great one. So let's say, does anyone know the cost of a celery stalk right now? It's like $2.99, $3.99. Let's say it's $3, okay? Let's say it's $3. So one stalk of celery makes 1 cup of juice for one person. So let's say it's $3, and I'm going to juice every day my celery for 30 days. So 3 times 30, that's $90 for me to juice 1 stalk of celery a day for 30 days just for myself. Now, if I want Mike and I to both juice celery for a month, it would cost us roughly $180. $180 for both of us to juice fresh organic celery. So $2.29 to $2.79. So I'm right in the ballpark with $3. Okay, so for one person to juice 1 stalk of organic celery every day for 30 days, that's $90. Our organic celery is like $43, $45 with shipping. So when someone tells me it's expensive, I break it down for them that way. Really? $45 is expensive when it's $90 to juice fresh every day and you have to buy a juicer? Which one sounds more cost effective to you? And when you break it down for people, it really helps them understand it. So again, celery is about $1.50 a serving. So if you're buying it in the store, you're paying anywhere from $2.30 to $3, right? A serving. With this, you're paying $1.50 a serving. So you just have to outsmart your customers sometimes. If they're saying the coffee is expensive, okay, you can go get Folgers at the grocery store for $10, but it's not going to help you lose weight. It doesn't have nootropics. It's not going to help your brain. It's not going to help you feel full. If you're on a keto diet, it's not really helping support your keto lifestyle. I know the celery powder, every time I talk about it, like I haven't been drinking it because life's been crazy. I'm like, I need to go drink it tomorrow morning. The celery is great, but you just really have to you have to believe in the products yourself. You have to believe in the prices yourself. If you believe that the products are too expensive, you're going to unconsciously project that onto your customers, that they're too expensive. I think our products are very reasonable. I spend a freaking crap ton of money. If you guys knew, I spend on food what most of you probably spend a month on your mortgage. Because I'm on this diet, we eat so crazy. Like literally, I added up the money and it was what we used to pay a month for our condo in Ohio, was what we spent on groceries every month. We have a lot of kids too, so that helps, but that adds to it. But my point is, I value health. So I value my health. So if I have to spend $60 on a bag of protein or $100 on a bag of protein, because it's what I need to eat for whatever's going on in my health, I'm going to do that. And so you have to sell people the value of why they're buying these products. Why are they buying gummies that cost $39? What are the benefits in them? They can go get the Goli gummies for way cheaper. That's great. Go buy the Goli gummies. You'll be back in 30 days when you don't get the results you want from the Goli gummies. You'll be asking me about my gummies because the Goli gummies have like this many benefits and ours have this many. Talk about the clinical study. Every time I talk about the gummies, I mention the clinical study every single time. Most people don't ask to see it. Some do, especially, where is that study? I will text it to you. I'm going to put it in the team chat and I will send it to your cell phone. But I have it saved on my phone and I share this. All right, why can't I find you? I swear my word board, like my things move around. Clinical study gummies right in front of my face. This was also gummies in breastfeeding. That was someone asked their midwife about gummies and breastfeeding. Clinical study, gummies and breastfeeding. So I use those all the time with people. Okay, so I have a question. A potential customers want to know, see yourself. No, so you cannot move someone who is in another organization into your organization. They're very strict on that. You're not a pain. They're very strict on that because, you know, if I'm a customer under Monica and I decide I don't like Monica anymore and I want to go become a customer under Bonnie, that screws up Monica's business. So the only way to do that is that after the 3 months agreement is completed with their first account, they would have to cancel and then re-sign up either for the 3 months or with the $50 membership. So they need to either log into their customer account and create a support ticket to cancel, or you can always send me an email. Be very detailed. If you send me an email that's not detailed, I will message you back and tell me to send me another one. I'm not going to go look for ID numbers or anything like that. But if you ever need anything, you need an account canceled, missing order, something happened, send me an email with all the ID numbers needed. Hey, Brandy, this is Pam Ferguson, my distributor, Stephanie Allen. She has a missing order number, blah, and put Pam Ferguson, ID number, Stephanie Allen, ID number, order number, put it there. That way it's very detailed and customer service doesn't have to come back and ask me to go chase down that info. Or, hey, Brandy, I have this customer, Felicia Martin, that, you know, her customer, she wants to cancel her customer account and sign up under us. Can you please cancel her old customer account? So what you do, if you don't know the account, you know, customer number, you just put their email and phone number in there. So even though that person, yeah, the customer can give their distributor access to their account and you can go in and do things. You can absolutely do that too. So I get what you're saying, but even though they're not a DT anymore, there's still someone above them that is, and someone above them that is. So like, I'll give you an example. You know, Monica's under Bianca, Bianca's under me. You see, you know how that goes? So if Monica has, if Monica quits, and I'm not speaking that into existence, Monica, I'm just using an example. But if Monica quits and her customers, you know, she's not there anymore, what Bianca should be doing is reaching down to Monica's customers after Monica quits. So corporate doesn't let us move anything like that because there's still business above there. There's still leadership layered above there. Does that make sense? I hope that helped. These are good questions tonight. All right, anyone else? Who's next?
Can I ask something like not pertaining to some of this that we've already talked about?
No. Yes, of course.
Okay, so how a bunch of us asked about the shipping issues with the gummies in the group chat. Are they noticing because there's so many auto shipments that go out what we got, like around the 24th, 25th? Because isn't the 25th like when a lot of the auto ships really go?
Yes.
Are we prepared for when that happens again on March 25th, that all these gummy orders are going to go out? Has anybody brought that up to say, hey, like, I feel like that's where we ran into issue, is all those people that auto ships can't hit at around the 25th, our orders were like stuck somewhere.
So I know they are still on a delay. I will ask in the ambassador chat for some clarification around the gummies. Lorianne's got like huge orders sitting there not shipping because of gummies. And if any of you have ever met Lorianne, she is not a patient person, and she is not the person to have her orders be late. And so I've been dealing with that today, and that's how I know they are still on a shipping delay. I'll ask. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I just see Amanda say she's got upset customers too, because I've noticed that some people outside of our group have even said that they try to talk with their customers about it, but they're already like, well, if your company can't make this promise to us, why should I stick with you? Or I'm getting ready to have my next auto ship come out and I haven't even got my gummies from last month. And I don't want to battle that again when I got people's orders getting ready to process again on the 25th and their gummies are still on their way.
Let me leave a message about that real quick. That was in the ambassador chat, so we'll see what happens. And actually, when we get off this, I will text Cammie, since I just got the phone with her, and see if she can provide any insight into that. I got this today from Michael. See, someone's already answering me. According to the warehouse, they are expecting to be able to fulfill all orders containing Slimming Gummies from the end of February to the first week of March by the end of this week. If the order has not been updated by Friday afternoon, an email containing a new tracking number for the gummies, let me know, and I will escalate the specific order up to the warehouse to see if anything can be done. So the end of this week, it looks like all backdated orders through the first week of March are going to go out. So that should help. And you should be able to tell your customers that that is coming. I would check everybody. I would collect anyone who's upset, collect their customer ID number, and I would check their orders Friday afternoon. Okay, because that gives you time before the auto ships run. And then we can kind of reassess, because auto ships typically, the main bulk of auto ships don't run till the 25th, like you said. So that's a week from Thursday. So let's reconvene in 2 days. We can even do one of our accountability calls, since we haven't done one in a while. I apologize, our lives have been a mess, on Friday. And then we can kind of talk about that and check in on that. I do try to always make sure that people see when they order that it does say 1 to 2 week shipping delay on the order or on the website. If it's longer than a 1 to 2 week delay, you can always email me case by case basis. And if it's been 3 weeks or longer, I can email that to customer service and have them look into it. And sometimes, not saying I can promise this, but sometimes if it's been a little longer than it should, even with the normal delay, I can convince them to refund shipping or to do something. So if you have someone really upset, just send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that was a good question. Anyone else? Any questions, concerns?
This is Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Hi. If anyone is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and has a customer that they need to get gummies to, like this week, contact me because I have extra.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. That's a great, anyone who's bought extra gummies or has extra gummies, thank you for offering that. That's fantastic. Yeah, you can buy them off of each other and send them to your customer.
Right. Yep.
So there's always options and workarounds. We can always make something happen. I'm glad you said that because you jogged my memory just by saying your location. So I told you guys we had that team get together in Ohio. And I know what, Bianca, Monica, Amanda, you guys were all on there. Or you guys were all there. So, and how amazing it was to just be together. And a lot of the Ohio team was talking about doing those get-togethers monthly or every other month. We used to do that when we lived in Ohio. We would host, if not monthly, bi-monthly get-togethers and team meetings, and just being together in person motivates you. And I used to do, even in Florida, I would do power hours at my house, and I would have everyone that's on the local team come over, and I would open a Zoom link for anyone who was, out of state, and we'd spend an hour sitting there working, doing a power hour. So those of you, I know there's a bunch of you in Texas. We have a big group in Ohio. Wherever you're at, as you're building your team and growing your team, start getting together. Meet your team in a coffee shop. Meet your leaders, and just that in-person one-on-one connection does make such a big difference. When we left our little get-together, I talked to most of you every single day. Like, whether it's in the group chat or one-on-one. I know I talked to like Monica and Amy every single day. And so I didn't feel like I was like missing anything until I hugged them. And we left, and I was like, I was sad to leave. Not that I want to come back because Ohio's wild, but I was sad to leave because just being in person with everybody was so amazing and so special. And I don't know if you guys this might shock some of you, but Amanda and Monica, I had never met either of them in person. And Monica, I don't even remember how long you've been on our team, like 8 months now or something. Yeah. And so I feel like she's like become one of my really close friends. I feel like all of you, we've just all gotten so close, and it was insane to me. I was like almost nervous to meet those of you that I haven't met before, because I'm like, man, like I feel like I have this whole cyber relationship with them, but we've never met in person. So get together in person. I don't care if there's 2 of you or 20 of you. The more you do that, the more it will push you guys in your business. Stephanie Allen said if she has customers that complain about delays, she fills their orders and they give me their order when it arrives. She keeps plenty of products on hand. So that's really smart. If you run your auto ship or you place extra orders at the end of the month for volume, place your orders for products that are running out or that are on, continually on back order, and then you don't run into that. I mean, I've always got, you guys saw my bin. I legit have a Rubbermaid bin. It's like this deep. It's a big one. Rubbermaid bin with us on this trip that is all my It Works products. So you should have some products in your house if you're using them, but yeah, it's great to stock up if you can. Okay, anyone else? No? All right, so if you guys didn't see, we had Mike's son Austin create that website for you guys to use. Has everyone seen it? Drop a 1 in the comment if you've seen it, checked it out, know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're getting some 1s. Okay, if you haven't seen it or you don't know what I'm talking about, drop a 2 in the comments. Pam, Bonnie. Okay, we're getting lots of 2s. All right, I'm going to send it in the team chat. So, oh, Pam, you're on it. You're legit on the website. So you need to go see it because you and Sundiata are on it. So Mike and I created, I almost sent that in the ambassador chat. I want to do that. I don't want to give away all our secrets. I just sent it in our group chat. So you guys, this is a recruiting page that we created so you guys could feel like, I even posted it on your page. So you guys could feel like you were part of something. So we included different stories of the team, but it's totally generic. There's nobody's last names. There's no links to anybody's pages. No, like there's literally nothing other than information on there. So it's a video that I've been using to recruit everybody. Yeah, I added a new video. So if you scroll through the page, it says become an influencer. At the very top is the video that literally the last 15 distributors that have joined my team have joined because of this video. So that video is gold. And then it talks about like, you know, what are you looking for in life? It talks about pray, slay, live. You know, it gives them steps. What's next? Connect. Get back to the person who shared the opportunity with you. Commit. You know, it talks about making a decision. Community. You're added to our team pages and chats, and you have access to our VIP masterminds. Why should you choose us? Talks about how we have one of the most diverse and strongest international teams in the company. And then I featured a handful of different stories. Monica, Misty, Nia, Tanya, Brandy, Ferguson's, Amy, and then Stephanie Allen. So I featured different stories so they could see the real faces of people on our team. And then I just did this yesterday here. I just did a quick wrap up, make a decision video, you know, get back to the person who invited you here. And then I did frequently asked questions. So do you have to sell a lot of products? I answered that. Do I have to be 18? I answered that. Does it take up a lot of time? Do you have to work alone? And then, so what do we do? So I hope you guys all use this and it makes you feel more comfortable with recruiting because you don't have to worry about answering a lot of these questions because they're on here. I'm going to send that video real quick to you, Danielle. Okay. Okay. So anything else? I want to make sure you guys have the floor for anything that you need to be heard on. No? Okay. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions or anything, we will wrap this up. I hope this was super helpful. I did record this. I will have Mike add it to YouTube in the morning and then post it in the team chat. And then Friday, accountability crew, let's do our accountability call sometime Friday. We'll pick a time to do it. And we can discuss seeing where the gummies are at too. So, all right, guys, have a great night. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
All right.